Well, it is time for us to go ahead and get started. For those of you that I have not met, my name is Michael Yardley. I am the student ministries pastor here at Crosswalk. And if you're just joining in right now, you can rewind. We're just getting started now, but you can go ahead and rewind afterwards. We'll post this video, and you will be able to watch the thing in its full duration. So I got a couple of things that I want to go ahead and outline when it comes to summer camp. If you have any questions, again, feel free to go ahead and type them in the chat room right here. For some reason, you're watching this afterwards. Maybe it's Monday the 3rd, or maybe it's Tuesday, and you're watching it later. Feel free to send me an email. You can email me at michael.yardley@crosswalk.cc, and it's the address that's right here at the bottom of the screen. And I'll get back to you within 24 hours with the answer to your question. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick outline of what camp is, what I think are probably the hot topics that all the parents want to know. And then with that, I'll take any questions. If you have any questions along the way, again, feel free to go ahead and type those in, and I will go ahead and answer those. One of the first questions that people ask, and I'm gonna kind of go chronologically through the week, is what do I need in order to go to summer camp? Which is a good question, and there will be a packing list that I'm going to post tonight. And that'll have all the details for it, but it's your general camp stuff. You're going to need some clothes that are you're able to wear for active events, so shorts and a t-shirt. Ladies, can't be any tank tops. It needs to be an actual t-shirt. Can't be a white t-shirt because there will be a lot of water games that take place. So general athletic clothes with athletic shoes. So sneakers are a must. If you have only sandals, you won't be able to participate in the majority of camp. So make sure you have clothing that you're able to be active in. You will need some sort of bedding for the weekend. Not the weekend, for the entire week. I would suggest a sleeping bag and a pillow will work perfect for that. It is climate-controlled rooms, so you don't have to be too concerned about the temperature, but a sleeping bag will work wonderful. You will be sleeping on bunk beds when you're there, so that'll work great for that. You will need toiletries, so you'll need a towel, you'll need soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, hygiene, all that different stuff. You'll need to bring all of those things with you. You'll also need clothing that is acceptable for evening services, and that could be for guys, maybe a button-up shirt and a pair of shorts, something just a little bit nicer than athletic shorts that you could wear to the evening services. Those are the majority of the things you need to bring. Bringing a Bible is definitely encouraged because you'll be in it all week long. It's going to be amazing. And then a flashlight is another great thing to be able to bring. A big question that a lot of people have is, what's the policy on cell phones? You are allowed to bring your cell phone to camp. That being said, once you enter into different activities, you have to keep your cell phone in your room. And if your cell phone gets lost, stolen, broken, any of that stuff, it is your responsibility, not the camp's or the church's responsibility. But again, all the little details for what you need to bring to camp, all of those things are going to be published tonight, and they'll be available for you to be able to look at. If you're watching this video post-production right now, as far as not live, it's already available. The camp packing list is at nexusyouth.tv, which is at the bottom of the screen if you are watching this afterwards. For those of you that are in the chat room, I'll go ahead and give you that URL right now. It is nexusyouth.tv. That is our youth website, and that's where you can go ahead and get that. So with that being what you need to bring, let me go through kind of how the week is going to look. We will be leaving June 17th early on Monday morning. You'll need to be at the church between 6 a.m. and 6:15 a.m. That's you with all your stuff here in the parking lot. Now, I will let you know that if you do not show up on time, we will leave you. It's happened before, and it will happen again. We are pretty punctual on that, and so make sure you show up on time so we can go ahead and get our bus loaded up. We will be traveling in a charter bus this year, which should make things really, really nice. Once we hop in the van, it'll be about a 5-hour drive up to where we're going. We will stop for lunch along the way. That brings me to the next thing. On the ride up, you need to have about $5 in cash with you. I see somebody who has just typed in right now. I'm going to let them know, yes, we have. Can you see the video? Sorry for those of you that are watching afterwards. I'm just making sure this person is able to see everything that's happening. Hopefully they'll be able to get it. So, like I said, you will need to bring $5 with you. That $5 is really, really important because that will be your lunch money on the way up. You will also need to have $5 that you keep with you for the entire time that you will use to pay for your lunch on the way back. And what we do for camp is we take that $5 and we actually hold on to it for you, because when you go to camp, there's snack bar, there's missions, there's all sorts of stuff. And there's been several times where students have given away their money to the snack bar or to missions, and have on the way home have not been able to purchase lunch because they've spent it throughout the week. So on your way up there, you'll need $5 for your meal, and then $5 to give to us for us to hold on to for you. And so that's kind of how things will look on the way up there. We'll get there a little bit after 12 noon, and that's when things will start for the first day. The general pattern for camp is going to be that it's a combination of small group activities down on the field, activities in the pool, a little bit of free time, and then we'll have services that are mixed in all of that. And it creates an amazing, amazing week. If you want specifics on the outline of the week, feel free to email me or ask any questions, and we will make sure you get all of that information. So that's kind of a week rundown for you on what will take place. That will last from Monday at noon until Friday at noon. And so during that entire time, you were on property at the camp. The lodging facility there is fantastic. It's two separate buildings. One's a guy's building, one's a girl's building, and they're great. It's bunk beds. It's about 5 to a room. There's a bathroom in every single room. There's counselors that are on either side of every single room. There's security that's around the clock, a very secure environment, really just an ideal camp facility. Now, another thing that students might want to bring, and this is for some things throughout the week, is there is a snack bar that's open every single evening. And then they collect an offering every single evening also for what's called Speed the Light. And if you're not familiar with what Speed the Light is a missions program that's funded by students to be able to support missionaries to get vehicles and other equipment to provide the gospel in third world countries. And so that's a big thing that we do at Nexus, a big thing we do with youth ministries here in the Potomac District. And so they take an offering for that a couple of times. I encourage all the students to give at least once. Give at least once to that. So for money, it might be good to bring, I don't know, $15, $20 for a snack. I don't know if they'll spend all that. They might blow through it depending on if you have a middle school girl or a high school guy, and then maybe a couple of dollars for offering as well. So that's pretty much all they really need to bring. As far as how secure the place is, there is security, like I said, around the clock the entire time. They're on patrol the entire evening. It's a wonderful, wonderful team. Safety, just like it is at Nexus, we're always concerned with safety because children are so precious and we want nothing to happen to them. And so no need to worry about security. They do an absolutely excellent, excellent job with that. As far as the trip home, we will be leaving around 12 noon, heading back. The drive can take anywhere from 5 to 10 hours. And I know that's a really, really broad spectrum right there, but we're going to be passing through Washington, D.C., and I think our record is we made it back at 4:30 one year, and then another year we didn't make it back until almost 10 p.m. And so that's really kind of out of our control on what the time will be coming home. But that being said, once we get to Richmond, we do give the parents a call to let them know we're about an hour away. And feel free to text your students or anything like that. Give us a call, and we can answer any questions as far as that goes. If you need to get a hold of your child when we are, sorry, somebody's typing another question. Let me respond to him right now. Apologize for that. Somebody's having some technical difficulties, so I wanted to make sure they got an answer back to them. But once students get in, like I said, about an hour outside of our return, so when they're about in the Richmond area, at that point we will go ahead and allow students to call home to be able to let parents know that we're going to be approaching the church fairly soon. If you need to get a hold of your students while you're in camp, that's what I was talking about. Feel free to give me a call. I'll have my cell phone on me the entire time while I'm up there. I will email out my cell phone number a little bit later. Probably tomorrow morning I'll email that out. I don't want to say it publicly on this because then the whole world would be trying to contact me. But I will go ahead and give out that cell phone number so that if you all have any reason to get in touch with me, I can go ahead and make sure you get that information. And right there, that's kind of an overview of camp. That's the majority of the questions that I think people ask. They want to know what to bring, when to be there. They want to know how secure is it, what are some of the activities, and I think that's the majority of the questions people are asking. Another one that some people have asked is, how do I make my final payment? And hopefully you got the email that went out about the final payment. If you're watching this live, you should see a link at the very, very top of the chat, and that way you can be able to you can just click on that link and you can make your payment right there. Also, if you're watching this afterwards, you can go to nexusyouth.tv and you'll be able to see the entire thing. Got another question coming in right now. Okay, sorry about that again. And so that's the majority of the questions that I can think of. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact me. And that's just a brief overview of camp, hopefully identifying the majority of the questions that you all have. Again, if you have anything else, feel free to contact me, michael.yardley@crosswalk.cc, and I'll make sure to get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you all are ready for camp. It's going to be an awesome, awesome time. I know your students are going to love it, and God bless.